Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? I'm
Good.
fine. I'm fine. Thank you. So, how is your connection?
I think good. Yeah, I can see you're pretty good.
Well, for me too. I hope. It will be perfect.
Nice.
So, hi everyone. I would like to introduce you to our guest today, Mr. Jay Tsay. Is an expert in a fitness industry, and a specialist in the field of proper nutrition, selection of nutrients, body lifting, and does physical activity. Those physical activities, sorry. So, Jay, please tell us a little about yourself and your activities. And
Well,
and in general, how do you manage to maintain such excellent shape? It's clearly not just about genetics at all. I'm
well,
sure.
yes, there is maybe a little genetics there, but
Yes,
you're
of course
correct.
it's so.
I think it comes down to dedication and motivation when it comes to taking care of one's body. Um, about me, I've been training for over 30 years. I would say
Wow.
that I have a few years of expertise in this field when it comes to weight training.
Mhm.
What got me started was I have a story. A Circassian guy, Cherkess guy, named Tambi
Oh.
Wanenj, he came to visit me or came to visit my family when I was 12 or 13 years old to California. And this gentleman was very strong and very muscular, and I was impressed by his size.
I
And
see.
I was looked up to him, and then I was always asking him, how did you maintain such physique? And he would always tell me he would be working out. He would get his ideas from old bodybuilder classics like Joe Weider, Arnold Schwarzenegger, people like that.
Wow. Mhm.
And then I was just impressed by him. But he always told me, because of my age, don't start young at 12, 13. Maybe start when you get a little bit older, like 15, 16. So I started working out at that age, and it's been a few years since then. So, but I can say my inspiration was from a Cherkess named Tambi Wanenj.
Wow. Tell us a little bit more about this
This
story.
gentleman, you mean, or
It was Cherkess shape. Cherkess guys have a
well,
special shape or
I could say,
strong
the
muscles.
reason, yeah, the reason why I bring him up is besides his dedication to working out and eating right, he had this really good knowledge of his heritage, of the Cherkess history. He actually spoke very well Adiga, Abzak, and he just was very articulate when it came to
Our next,
expressing his knowledge.
I interrupt you a little
Sure.
bit. Our next broadcast will be in Cherkess language, if you don't mind.
What do you mean in Cherkess language?
Adiga language.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Adiga Abza.
You
Our
speak
future broadcast.
yeah, you speak Khabarday, I speak Abzak, but we understand each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
So yeah, a little bit more about him, Tambi. I mean, the reason why I'm giving him such credit to what I've accomplished is of his dedication, his straightforwardness concerning answers when I had questions regarding his training techniques. So basically, what made me really inspire was his strength and his physique again. I mean, he was only like a few years older than me, but he was just a very powerful presence in front of anybody that you saw him. And then we became friends because he moved from New Jersey to California. That's where most of the Cherkess were based in the community in Orange County. So we became good friends. And then over the years, he kept on showing me techniques, exercises. He actually showed me some exercises to start with my upper body first, then my lower body. Then he gave me tips on nutrition. Nutrition actually is very important as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yes, yes, yes. My future question will be exactly about this topic, nutrition.
Yeah. So as a young individual, I was absorbing all this knowledge regarding nutrition and regarding exercise. So when I started to actually get at an age where I was actually comfortable and where I thought like maybe it was not going to hinder my height. So that's where I started to work out a little bit harder. So then I actually got engaged in American sport activities. In your region, they call it football.
Dumbbells.
Yeah, no, actually, I got engaged in American football. So
American football.
Yes, that was a big integral part
like
of my
a rugby, right? Or
it's like rugby, but the USA portion is where you wear the helmets and you wear the shoulder pads. Yes. So Tambi actually was engaged in those sports as well, and I got engaged in those sports during elementary years. So that was also a big part of my sport activities. I wouldn't say that's a very healthy sport, American football, because there's a lot of impact, but the way you prepare for the games and the way you prepare for how to make yourself excel is weight training and also eating right. So that was a big part of my growing up. When Tambi became older, he actually started looking into becoming more involved with telling people how to train, because he actually got inspired by that. So I think I can credit my my bringing up of this weight training to him as a big integral part. So I haven't talked to him in a few years, so if he's listening out there or anything like that, I do thank him for that.
So you have a long experience as a fitness trainer, and what kind of plan did you have with your clients? Did they adhere to your recommendation 100%, and did they all achieve the desired results at all?
Well, one thing about training people is one thing is like you have to actually sit down with them and actually talk to them about realistic goals. A lot of people, their schedules are busy, such as yourself, such as me. So we're just, we only have
I completely understand them.
We only have 24 hours to the day, so we have to make sure that there's a little small portion of that day that is dedicated to us. So when I would sit down with clients, I would always ask them, are you dedicated to at least give 1 or 2 hours of your time to take care of yourself? Then you would also have to set realistic goals, meaning that, you know, something that was not impossible, but something that was just realistic. Because it's really not that difficult to change your lifestyle, because a lot of people are, like I was mentioning earlier, a lot of people are very hectic when it comes to their schedules. But if you don't change your lifestyle to something that's going to be beneficial, it's going to, I would say, be detrimental in your life later on. So my thing is, when I would sit down with a client, I would ask for goals, and then they would give me realistic goals. But I always told them the key for us to achieve these goals would be for you to, you know, come to the gym when you are scheduled for it, and then also give me your nutrition schedule. That was the biggest issue that I had with some of my clients. They would come to the gym, but the biggest issue that I had sometimes that I would encounter was the nutrition intake. Because it's very easy to sway off your program and see something that looks delicious, but if you eat it, it's not healthy for you. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, on the other hand, they have more, I mean, those people who have a hectic schedule, who have some busy some works and something like that. So they have more motivation to be in excellent shape and to abide to your recommendation concerning proper nutrition at all. And share the secrets of proper nutrition for a continent of overweight people, for example.
It's simple, really. It's just something that you look at, and you actually have a little bit of knowledge of what you're eating. Something that's not going to be artificial, something that's not going to be processed food, something that's going to be made, possibly home cooked, probably something that you cook yourself. If you go to a restaurant, most people do maybe once or twice a week. Try to order something that is simple, maybe a salad with some chicken on it, maybe a salad with some thin steak on it, and maybe put the dressing on the side. But people in general don't do that. They usually try to see something that they feel might be nutritious, but they actually consume something that's probably not. So I would say the biggest challenge for somebody is what they're eating. So that's what I see.
Is it difficult for business people who spend most of their time in the office to adhere to the principles of proper nutrition? I hope yes, it's a big problem for them. And what should they do to improve the situation concerning?
I don't think that's that should be a challenge, because although my profession in the background field was personal training for many years, I've got a new profession in the last 5-6 years where I do a lot of office work. So what's my excuse? If I sat down, I do sit down often because I do answer texts, I do answer emails, I do sit down with clients regarding what I do regarding my new profession. But I'm also in the office often, and I do have long hours there too. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have that desire, even though you're tired at the end of the day, to do something, then you can accomplish it. But you have to have that motivation and you have to have that desire. Otherwise, it's fruitless.
But not everyone has the opportunity to cook for themselves every day at work and eat.
No. The food intake is not really difficult to follow. If something, I mean, a lot of programs out there, it's going to be for me and you to discuss all the proper nutrition in this one broadcast, almost impossible, but maybe this will be a start. Something clean, something simple, like eggs, like fruits, vegetables, chicken.
Vegetables, like how kind of vegetables?
Vegetables, cucumbers, carrots. Although I don't really consume too much. What was that?
Give me an example of one portion of, for example, dinner or lunch, or so example.
Yes, actually,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
What kind of vegetables, or chicken, or what kind of meat?
So many people are so in a hurry. They often forget breakfast. I would say breakfast could be something
like me.
simple. Yes.
I
breakfast.
also forgot about breakfast.
So, yeah.
I don't like breakfast.
Yeah,
when I have a hectic scheme, my timetable is not implied breakfast at all. My breakfast is very simple.
The breakfast is very important, correct. But if you don't eat breakfast because of your busy schedule, try to at least get something healthy going for lunch. So what I tend to do is, because of course my schedule is just as busy as yours and other people.
Yes.
In the morning, I don't have a big long breakfast. So what I would try to recommend is something simple in the breakfast. Maybe a banana with some oat milk or some almond milk. And maybe if you can purchase some grass-fed protein powder, something that's healthy, something that's has protein in it, maybe consume a shake, maybe something simple.
I have to
Sure.
mark it. So banana, one banana, one egg, and milkshake.
Yes,
One milkshake.
something consuming. I can send
It
you
will be
that
my
by
breakfast.
text. Something simple, and then during lunch, I mean, if you can grab something like a sandwich, like a turkey sandwich, chicken breast sandwich, something like that is beneficial as well. And also, if you're hungry, snacks, apple, orange, fruits, anything that's beneficial. Berries are very healthy. You know, a lot of oxidants in berries, blackberries, strawberries, things like that. I know that it's impossible to avoid some sweets out there. I know it's impossible to avoid some processed food. But if you can at least keep it in moderation, maybe to 1 or 2 consumes a week, then I would think that would be okay for your body.
What do you think about sweeteners?
What?
Sweeteners.
Sweeteners.
Yes, sweeteners. Sorry, my
No
pronunciation. It's
worries.
in
Your
Russian. It sounds
fine.
like sacharazaminitel. It's so sweetener. Yes, sweeteners. Yeah.
If you like sweets, something in your tea or something in your coffee, I would really recommend honey. Honey is the best substitute out there.
So honey.
When you see the sugar cup there, do not look at that and do not put any sugar in your tea or coffee.
But for example,
I would say honestly,
for me, I have allergy. I'm allergic, and I have allergy reaction to honey, for example. How can I replace honey to another sweetness?
Have you heard of agave?
Agave?
Yes, it's a substitute sweetener out there that's pretty beneficial.
I see.
It's spelled AGAVE, so that might be something that might be beneficial for some people that cannot consume honey. I would say majority of people are able to consume honey, so I would say that is a very good substitute for sugar. I also enjoy sweets as well, but I also look at it as something that, you know, is to me not healthy for the body. If you look at the history, if you look at the history of mankind, when it comes to food consumption, I think sugar came into our lifestyles maybe 100, 200 years ago. So it's become something that is introduced by us because it's something that's enjoyable, but it's only a short-term enjoyment. You get to taste it, but where does the benefits go? There's no benefits.
For example, natural, not purely sugar. I mean, natural chocolate from, for example. And one kind of chocolate, so it's more benefits. Have less harm for us.
Very good question. I also enjoy chocolates. If I consume chocolates, it's going to be dark chocolate, something that's maybe 50 or 60% dark. Then I would think that would be beneficial for the body, to a point.
I see.
No more ice cream.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Cream. Yeah. What about cocktails? What kind of cocktails or drink forms we have to consume?
Cocktails. We're not talking about alcohol, right? We're just talking about
all aspects.
Okay. So cocktails. I mean, honestly, I would say the only best liquid cocktail is water. If you're looking at apple juice, if you're looking at orange juice, if you're looking at some type of fruit juice, even though it might not contain
apple juice.
Yes. but look at those ingredients in there though. Is there only one ingredient in there? Check to see it. What I'm saying is that instead of drinking that apple juice, consume water, and then if you feel like the desire for sweet, consume an apple. Because if you're consuming an apple, a natural apple, besides the apple juice, that's going to be much more beneficial than that cocktail of apple juice. So water is very, very important.
Water is it's best. It's the best cocktail.
So what I do is when I go to the supermarket and then I look at all these cocktails or these juices, you know, I say, you know, this is a very fast way to consume juice. But honestly, at the end of the day, water is the most beneficial. So water, to all our people out there, water is very important.
I wanted to hear exactly that words. Okay, the next part of our discussion will be about gym and concerning this thematic. How often should you visit the gym, and what should be the average duration of the loads, and how should you distribute cardio and heavy loads over time?
For beginners, I would say if you're going to get into some type of activity, maybe introduce yourself slowly into something regarding the gym. When you go to the gym, something very simple. I mean, you can always start with either at home as well too. But I mean, if you're at the gym, I would always recommend maybe for the first 1 week to maybe 2 months, hire a personal trainer and at least let them give you beginning tips on what exercises to do. That is the best recommendation for someone that's starting out who's a beginner. A lot of people, when they go to the gym, what they do is I would say the key word is experiment. And when they're experimenting, they're really not acknowledging or they're not absorbing what they should be doing regarding what's beneficial for them regarding the gym. So if they can, hire somebody maybe at the gym that they have some experts that are always there that will give you good information on what to do for beginners. That's the key element. Also, try to get into the gym maybe at the beginning 2 to 3 times a week, and then increase to at least 4 times a week. Notice I don't say 7 days a week, because it's impossible for
7
anyone
days
to work
is
out.
very
It
could be harm for organism, especially concerning if a patient, for example, has some negative background concerning diseases, maybe comorbid diseases or chronic diseases concerning cardiovascular system, for example, hypertension, etc. By the way, how do you think about should the fitness trainers, collect anamnesis concerning health?
100% correct. Yes, they should. They should always get some type of checkup or some type of although many doctors are not in shape. I don't really rely on their expertise when it comes to the benefits of exercise, but at least have your body checked out when it comes to what is considered what you can do. So yes, definitely that is a very good idea when it comes to starting out. Also, when you're working out, beginning, make realistic goals. Don't go to the gym saying in 2 months I want to be this or I want to be that. Just be realistic with yourself. Be happy with what you want to accomplish. So, and also naturally, you have to go naturally by working out. So,
and without overdosing, without any overloading, and it's very important to maintain ideal weight balance. And what exercises do you recommend to maintain ideal weight balance at home for people who, due to various circumstances, do not have the opportunity to go to the gym regularly, for example.
One good point is my mother. She doesn't have time to go to the gym. So I gave her a few pointers regarding that. So I always let her know that, you know, walking is very beneficial. If she can, if you're one person can walk.
Walker and like cardio.
Correct. Correct. Light cardio, and purchase dumbbells. Something very light. You guys go by in Russia. You guys go by kilograms. We go by pounds.
Yes, yes. It's my big problem to transfer this kilograms and pounds and
mine
like
too,
conversion.
well,
It's very in my mind. I have a problem with mathematics, so I can't properly convert kilograms to pounds and
what's
vice
nice
versa.
That's good. That probably is the case in where you live, but here in Russia, not Russia, here in USA,
it's like Celsius and Fahrenheit, also Fahrenheit and Celsius, our temperature, for example, in Celsius, and I can't. We have 100 Fahrenheit and internet, Google, how many Celsius it will be. It's like
100 degrees, probably Celsius would be what, 28 of Celsius or something like that. Or maybe even higher. But yeah, I understand what you're saying when it comes to the kilograms and pounds. So, but something light, something simple, like my understanding is 2.5 pounds in kilograms might be 5 kilograms. So that might be something to start with, simple. And one thing for a person to try to acknowledge how healthy they could be is by push-ups, simple push-ups. For men, ideally, maybe they can do push-ups without the knees touching the ground. And then for women, push-ups with the knees touching the ground. And then, you know, proceed to not doing that. As sit-ups, one actually excellent exercises is exercise rope, jumping ropes. That's very simple, but maybe for some people, the knees, it might not, might not benefit the knees. So maybe something like I said, walking would be beneficial. Sit-ups. You can always find simple programs online for beginners at homes, but which doesn't involve.
Give an example of simple program, home program with dumbbells. How many kilograms of dumbbells, for example, should I lift at home, for example, and how many steps? And
are you asking about
simplest program for
someone in general weight, or someone for you? No, for you, you're an expert. You already have things.
For normal weight, for example.
Okay.
Person.
For someone that's like maybe just starting out again, and they have a little bit information of what exercises to do, something simple as in maybe 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Something really simple. It's something that will strengthen up their arms, their biceps, maybe bicep curls, laying down on the floor, and then maybe doing a dumbbell bench, 3 exercises like that. And also holding the dumbbells and doing simple squats, sitting down. Some things are simple, like just simple is the key when it comes to beginners at home when it comes to the training. So that's what I say.
Very informative and interesting broadcast. And Jay, I'm sure that we have to continue our discussion, and maybe in in another language, in Cherkess language, and or in English. It doesn't matter, because it's a very essential problem for all languages and for all patients, people.
Correct.
It's very important to maintain a good shape, to maintain a good ideal weight, and thank you very much.
This is what I recommend. This is what I recommend in general. I mean, if you have the desire to improve your health, start something simple. Maybe
It
if you
is a
don't have the
security.
yeah, something simple like I was saying, the walking is really beneficial for a lot of people. Even if you do that 5-6 days a week, 7 days a week, walking 1-2 miles, that's really beneficial. But in the long run, put time in your schedule to find more information on beginning routines for weight training, because if you do that and you actually get some information out there, and if you go to a gym and you have somebody that will give you the basic information, I guarantee you in the long run, if you follow simple programs, it'll be much more beneficial for you regarding your health and your outlook on life. That's the key.
Yes, I completely agree with you. And one question, very interesting for me, about running. I, for example, can't accomplish morning jogging and runnings, and what will be more benefit? What will be more better? It's running or morning or evening runnings.
For you, for someone whose schedule is so very busy, I would probably try to involve something in the evening. But I know you can't do that outside, but then purchase either a bicycle, stationary bicycle, or a treadmill, something that's stationary, and then involve yourself with that when it comes to our cardio activity. So what I'm trying to say is...
it's a bicycle manipulations replace running or car or another.
Honestly, I think stationary bicycling, and if you're bicycling outside, in my opinion, and from my colleagues that are in the health industry, I would say that is one of the best alternatives for cardio training without heavy impact on the knees or any of the ligaments.
Yes. I understand. Yes. Okay. Anyway, it's good than nothing. It's more. it's more better than nothing, right? Yes. So our,
like you said, something is better than nothing. Correct.
Yes.
Better than
something.
nothing.
You have to do something at least.
Yeah.
It's more better than nothing at all.
Yeah. Although remember something. What I'm trying to convey here is I had goals when I first started out, and I still have goals all to this day. I still have goals where I want to keep strong, I want to stay strong, stay healthy, and then what I try to do is I try to keep these goals by maintaining it by going to the gym. So yes, I have that image in my plan. So
our connection is a little bit procrastinated.
Is it okay now? Are you okay now? Can you see me?
A connection, it's a little bit slow. Yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes. I can hear. Well now, but sometimes our connection is a little bit.
Connection. Yeah.
Connection, okay. Yes.
So
So yes. So a very interesting, informative and interesting discussion between you and I hope that it's very informative for our followers, and I hope that we will another broadcast,
yes,
not one, even it's many broadcasts concerning nutrition more detailedly, more fundamentally. We have to discuss about that, and concerning exercises. And I will collect the questions from our followers, and we will describe problems of our followers, maybe individual in order of individual recommendation.
Yeah.
Would be okay.
Okay.
If you don't mind, for the future, we will.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much for this informative and interesting broadcast, and see you in the next broadcast.
Thank you, Tamara. And yes, I do agree with you. We should do another follow-up broadcast with a little bit more like questions possibly from people, and
yes,
that
questions
would give us a little
from
bit
our
more insight of
followers.
what this looks.
We will describe them immediately, and so I will collect all questions. And please, to our followers, I appeal to our followers to subscribe to our channels, Jay's channel and my channel. I will describe when I post this broadcast. I will describe it below of our post, and our profiles, I mean your Jay's profiles and mine. And please subscribe to us, and until the future broadcasts, have a good working day. It's for you, it's how many time for you?
It's only 1 p.m. here, but it's probably almost 1 a.m. there.
For us it's a little bit later, 11 p.m. 11 p.m. yeah. So okay, have a good work day. Positive.
Thank you, Tamara.
Positive vibes.
Thank you. And again, yeah, I would recommend that maybe hopefully we can do another broadcast, but with a little bit more questions from some people, so that way we can actually see what what questions are out there.
I will collect it, and you also, and we combine it.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss about.
But remember
Mm-hmm.
Before you go, but remember the key thing is you have to start somewhere. So that's the key thing to improve your health. So it's either if it's walking, eating a little bit healthier, drinking more water. Just
to improve
start
your
somewhere.
health, it's for the first way you have to improve psychical health. It's very important.
Correct.
Is that I told to my patients also.
Yeah.
It's in a good mind, a good shape, in a good mind. So it's a combination of factors.
Okay.
Thank you again, and have a good, positive, productive, active day, work day.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tamara. You have a good evening, okay?
Thank you. Have a good, productive and positive day.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for thank you. I thank you for this broadcast, and I appeared.
All right,
Camila, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. It's I appear to our broadcast.
Thank you.
It's very. Your questions, we will collect your questions. Thank you. So see you, Jay. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.